All right, guys, we're back. And tonight we have really special guests. First, we're going to have Rachel's family, specifically Rachel's mom, Mindy Howland. She is joining us tonight, and she's going to tell Rachel's story. And we're also going to get Peter on here, and Peter's going to talk about everything he's gone through this week and give an update. And it's gonna be a good chat. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be special, really, really special to have Rachel's family on here. And you'll probably notice they are in a car. They are actually driving right now to meet Peter tomorrow for the start of Rachel's segment. She is being remembered in segment 2, Rachel Howland. So that is why they're in the car, and hopefully their signal lasts. If not, then Peter and I will just take it from there. But hopefully Mindy will be able to get on. Mindy, hi.
Hi, Jenna. How are you?
Good. How are you?
We're tired, but we're.
You're making it though. All right. So, like I was saying, tonight Mindy is going to just tell us a little bit about Rachel and Rachel's story and just a little bit about what she went through. So, Mindy, it's all yours.
Well, first of all, thank you guys for joining in, and I think this is a wonderful experience. A man is running across the United States for children who've suffered from neuroblastoma, which is a horrible cancer. And Rachel was diagnosed in 2015 and passed away February 4th of 2018. And this is a wonderful way to remember her and Emery and so many other children that are fighting and have passed on. And I'm so honored. We are so honored to be a part of it. And we just thank you so much.
Now, we're honored to have you guys be a part of it. So honored. You know I love you guys.
Yes. You were, in case you all didn't know, Rachel and Emery fought cancer together at 2 hospitals, one in Kansas City and one in Philadelphia. And so Jenna and I became friends. Sadly, Rachel got to see Emery, but they never got to be friends because during the time they were being treated, it was a very difficult time for both of them.
Right.
And in fact, Rachel passed away 2 months to the day after Emery did. So we went along the same path at the same time, and now we're still going on the same path at the same time. And hopefully we're making a difference because our little girls meant so much to us and to other people that Emery's carrying this on, and wow, it's just amazing. Thank you.
Thank you guys. Do you guys want to just tell me like something special about Rachel? Something that, she's not just a statistic. I hate when they say that when, we're talking about kids. So tell us something like special or a memory about Rachel.
Okay. We discussed this in the car today with Aiden, which is Aiden's best friend. And when Rachel was 4, right before she was diagnosed, she was in the family room, and we had just gotten another new TV because the first TV was broken. And it was a new plasma. We had it hanging on the wall. And we heard a thunk, and Jerry came in not knowing what it was. Jerry's Rachel's daddy. And Rachel said, "Dad, don't worry about it. I did it. I did it." And he said, "Did what?" And she said, I got the monster. I beat the monster, but I broke the TV when we crashed into it." So what she'd done, she'd taken a bat and threw it through the TV, but she didn't want to get in trouble, and so she made it out to be positive, like, I beat that monster. And we just laughed about it because she was like that. She had a great imagination. That child definitely was a threat to Satan because she went after him, won souls for Christ with a vengeance. And I definitely know without a doubt that Satan is weakened because of that 7-year-old little girl.
Without a doubt. She was amazing. I mean,
We're excited to hear how Peter is. We're so excited to meet him.
Yep, I know. He is crazy awesome. Like, I just can't believe the heat he went through this week. And he just kept going.
I know.
He said he was not going to stop. I messaged him and I was like, "Peter, it's so hot. Are you okay?" Like, do we need to switch stuff around? He's like, no, I got this. I was like,
oh, bless his heart. And I felt for him. Yesterday, our car broke down in New Mexico, and we were stuck in 108-degree temperature with nothing within 50 miles. And in my head, I was thinking, I'm not going to make it to see him. And it's so hot that I'm just sitting here, and he's running. My heart went out to him, and amazing that he's doing this. And I just hope everybody takes the time to read these children's stories and donate, because this is not only helping kids today, this is going to help children through research later that don't have cancer now. And when their parents, they have cancer, then they're going to know there's hope, where we got the prognosis is pretty bad and there's not much treatment that they can do. And so every bit, every step, every amount that is donated is something that's going to help us in the future with other parents. I don't want any parent to go through what we went through.
No, exactly.
So donate.
That's the same way we feel. We don't want any more children or any more families to feel what we felt, to go through even now, what we're going through. I mean, Mindy and I are on the same levels on a lot of things. We're still grieving our daughters. Like, they should still be here with us, right next to us right now, and they're not. And it's because even though we traveled all across the country, like a lot of families do, that still didn't save them, even though, we would have given the world to save them. And I think a lot of parents, I'm sure Mindy agrees with me, if you had the chance to vote for 96% going to kids or 96% going to adults when it comes to, the funding, the government funding, everyone's going to pick their child. I mean, I would have picked Emery. I wish she would have had so much more options and treatments. And I mean, I'm sure, with Rachel, the treatments were just as rough on them as the cancer was. I mean, Emery had horrible side effects. Horrible. I just don't understand it. What are we now? This is 2020, and kids are still dying.
Right. Still. Dying 7 a day. Dying. It's just not dying. It's 7 a day. That is 7 parents that walk the same path we walked, that we're still walking, and that shouldn't happen. We have got to say enough. Make our children a priority. We seem to make the loudest people priorities, and we need to say, stop, wait, these are our babies. These are your babies. At one time, my daughter didn't have cancer.
Right.
And I was not a cancer parent. And now I have no daughter. So let's join together. I mean, the more that stand, that say enough, the quicker we're going to find some results that we need.
Exactly. We all got to stand together. We got to stick together. We got to scream it to the world that our kids deserve better. They should have been the priority like years ago. We should still be saying it now, like in 2020. Like, Emery was diagnosed in 2016. Like, it should have been good to go for her, but it wasn't. Like, they gave us a 40 to 50% chance of her survival. 40 to 50%. That's not good. That wasn't enough. So, yeah. I'm sure Rachel probably had around the same. Uh-oh. No.
Here.
Oh, Mindy, we're losing you. We're losing you a little bit. Oh shoot! I don't know if you can hear me, but thanks, Mindy. I'm losing you right now. I'm not sure if anybody can hear you, but thanks for being here tonight, even though you're in the car driving to meet Peter. And thank you for being a really great advocate and for coming on and talking about your sweet daughter. And I can't wait for you and Peter to meet tomorrow.
Thank you, Jenna.
Thanks. Bye, Mindy.
Bye.
All right. So Peter, where's Peter? There he is.
Hi, Jenna.
Peter, you changed location.
Yeah. I was, when I went into the back room, right when you and Mindy started talking, my phone shut down because it overheated. I was outside for 10 minutes and it shut down. And I'm like, oh, it can't be that hot out. I mean, 10 minutes. So I ran inside. I was holding my phone up to the air conditioner, trying to cool it off. And that cooled it off enough. And here I am.
Oh
So,
my gosh.
so yes, I'm inside now, and it's not the best background, but it's the best we can do.
It's crazy.
Good to see you.
You need to be like, come on, I just ran how many hours a day in the sun?
The longest day out was 10 hours, but it only got into the upper 90s that day, so it was much more doable than 115, what we're seeing right now.
That's crazy. Oh my goodness. So what is the temperature for this week? What's the weather calling for?
They've got a heat advisory out for this area. I mean, go figure, it's 100 degrees and it's like nothing for them, but they're talking we'll be running into 120s where we're heading. So we've got to come up with a heat strategy, and I'm working on it in between chores. and I think I got it, but so.
Oh man,
it was so neat to hear Mindy.
I know. I think we could have talked a little longer, but she was breaking up, and being in the car. Maybe later on we can get her on again and chat some more with her. She's a really great person, great advocate for children battling cancer, and she was great even when her daughter was going through it. She was a great support to me. So she means a lot to me.
Yeah, I could tell.
She's pretty awesome. And well, why don't you I know everybody's dying to hear how it went this week. Fill everybody in on just how your day-to-day kind of went,
Well, the beginning was it was really neat to see everybody turn up. It was kind of chaotic because there was some miscommunication about specifically, where to go. And everybody was messaging everybody. I know you were a part of that too, trying to solve it and get people to the right spot. And it was just, it was like crazy. And but everybody showed up, and we started at a decent time. And I think everybody had a good day that day, which is really important to me. And so that was the start. It was a crazy start, but it was awesome. And then it was kind of just settling into the week, and then the heat came, and it was like,
holy cow.
The heat is so thick that and I'm not the only one that said this. A couple of the other guys of the last crew that we had, they were like, it's like you can eat it. It's like in your mouth, and you can feel it in there, and it's like you're chewing on something. It's really, it's weird. So the heat has been an issue, without a doubt. But the miles are getting covered. They're just not getting covered, 20 at a time. A couple of days ago, we would go out for a 5-mile stint, and I'd run half a mile. They would throw cold water on my head. And then I'd run another half mile. They throw cold water on my head. And it was kind of like a pit crew stop, at a NASCAR race. And
that's incredible.
Yeah, we do our 5 miles, and then we come back to the RV, and everybody would cool off because it's hard for the crew too. And then we'd cool off for an hour, and then we'd go out and do another 5 the same way. And, and then we'd do the best we could do until we couldn't do it anymore. And then we would go out and run at night. And last night we were out until 1 a.m. Running. But it was beautiful, Jenna. Just beautiful. Yeah. I don't think anybody was suffering last night, even though it was at 1 a.m. The stars were gorgeous. The moon came up over the mountains. The temperature was doable. You could see the Milky Way, and it was a special time for everybody, I think.
That's pretty cool that you're running under the stars, though. I mean, Em would definitely approve.
Yes, I was thinking of that. Thinking of that very thing.
Yeah, she loves stars, the moon. So I bet she was watching and running next to you. You just didn't know it.
That's really cool. Yeah, it would have been, again, I wish Emery is somebody that I could have met.
Yes.
And I know I will someday.
Yes. I mean, so as you were getting close last night to finishing all the miles up for this week, like what were you thinking? Like, thank God, or what were you thinking?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, I'm really, I'm tired. I'm frazzled. I don't know what it's like to be pregnant, but I guess this is the closest I'll ever get to my emotions. I'm, I'm pretty, at 1 minute I'm like, where's my chocolate bar, like a little princess or something like that. I'm not actually asking for chocolate bars, but, and then the next minute I'm like, nobody, I'm dying out here, and it's like, and then it's beautiful. The next minute I'm like, this is so awesome. I'd run thousands of miles, and I was like, just all over the place. So, that's the honest, picture of it. It's not like this elite athlete out here, running,
Okay.
bouncing around, taking these
Aw.
bounding leaps, conquering the mountains. It's more like an average person getting it done the best they can.
It's like that
But
Snickers commercial, You just need a Snickers.
yeah, right. That actually sounds pretty good.
See, Paul this week just needs to carry a Snicker like everywhere,
Yeah,
like in his
yeah,
pocket or something.
yeah,
Maybe not his pocket. I don't know, somewhere in the
yeah.
cooler. Have a
It
little.
was neat last night at the finish. There was actually a really neat area where we could where I could spray paint Emery's name on a rock, and then one of I won't. I don't know if they want me to say this, so I won't say their names or who did it. But then one of the other people in our group did the same thing for somebody that was meaningful to them, and
Mm-hmm.
then another person did the exact same thing in our group that was meaningful to them. And all cancer related deaths, and it was kind of a special moment that you can't plan or
No.
at all. So a lot of those special moments that you can't plan are happening, and not just for me but for the people that are with us, which is
Right.
again, that's the part that I love. I want people to have their time.
Yeah. Why don't, will you just tell everyone who your crew was this last week?
Yes, Kyle Matthews, AJ Hurley, and Ryan. I cannot say his last name. It begins with a G. all and Charlie.
And Charlie. Yeah.
Yes, and all of them were awesome. Charlie was a trooper, just amazing. They all did a super job. They set a high standard for the next cruise.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they did.
And tell everyone who the crew is this week?
The crew this week is Emery's grandfather, Paul Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
he was really excited. I was talking to him last night before he left to get on a plane this morning, and he was so excited. So
yeah, he got to work right away when he got here. He started, making the RV more cooler by wrapping it in a big tarp and doing some other things to it. So he's been busy actually. It was a crazy little story real quick.
yeah.
We were finishing up last night's run, and I was with Ryan, and we were actually we were running, but then we heard some dogs barking off in the distance, and we're in the middle of the desert, like, and there's nothing around, and they were getting closer, and they weren't like,
Not happy dogs.
no, they weren't, barking like, we love you, we want to come and walk with you. They were barking like, we want to eat you, and and they did come at us, and we turned our lights off, and we were very quiet, and when they were about 20 feet away from us, we both turned around at the same time and turned on our lights on at the same time at them, and then Ryan screamed, kind of a high-pitched no scream. No, he didn't do that. It was a very manly scream, and it scared the dogs, and they stopped, and then they went away. So, but after that, we were both like shining our lights in the bush everywhere, looking for stuff. Every little noise scared us,
Oh man.
It's kind of fun, kind of scary.
So it's not enough that it's like 112 degrees and you're running in the heat and your shoes are melting, but now you
Oh,
have dogs chasing you too.
yeah, yeah. Thankfully, we didn't have to run from them. We stood our ground, and then they decided it probably wasn't worth it. And yeah, the shoes are melting too. That's the other crazy thing, Jen. I could
Yeah.
not. I've never had that happen to me before. But I put on a brand new pair of shoes, and within a day and a half of running, they looked like the oldest pair of shoes I've ever had on the bottom. Like the bottoms are literally melted. They're not. They're so soft that they wear away super quick.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So
So you think we're gonna go through more shoes than you were expecting?
yes, we definitely are going to go through more shoes than we were expecting. But I'm going to try to do more miles at night, and
Mm-hmm.
that'll might help mitigate that problem a little bit. More for the heat, I'm doing it, not so much to salvage the shoes. Um, so yeah,
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. We were all so like worried this week. I'd wake up in the morning and I'd be like, oh, I wonder if he's running already. I wonder if he's okay. And then now before I went to bed, I'm like, oh, I wonder if he's still running. Like that's all I've been thinking about all week
yeah.
is like how you're doing and if you're okay and you're not getting heat stroke and yeah.
Felt fine in that area. I did not have any signs of heat stress.
Okay.
No headaches. No, I was my body fluids were going in and out, at an appropriate rate. It seemed like, and no real signs of heat stress. And I certainly appreciated everybody's prayers and concerns. I could feel the
Yeah.
love, so it was awesome.
Everybody seems to really be like, joining together and sending you prayers and
Yeah,
encouragement on the posts. That everybody really seems to be loving following your journey, and it's really cool to see how everyone's starting
yeah,
to come together and like we're building some momentum up with the fundraising, which is definitely
yeah,
important,
yes.
and a little bit more on getting it out in the media, and so hopefully we'll just keep getting the story out there, and I don't know, I have a feeling we're just going to be like in a
I
good way.
hope. Yep. I hope so.
Yeah.
But no matter what happens, it's already been worth it. The very important hearts have been touched, I think, in very important ways. So
Yeah, I mean the kids you're doing each week or each day, that
uh-huh.
that is really I think that's been just really special, and the
Mm,
parents
good.
are loving seeing like their kid either honored or remembered, and I just think it makes it so much more special being able
I,
to like show so many kids stories and their pictures, and
yeah.
like I said, it's not a statistic, these are real kids, real families that are going through hell, or have
Yeah.
already gone through hell and are now trying to like figure out a whole new normal, and yeah, and
It's
that's who you're
yeah.
running for.
Exactly, and it's kind of a sombering part of our day sometimes. Some of the cards that we're reading, because it's something that we decided to do um, every day, a couple of times a day sometimes, but it got to the point to where it was like, you're really aware of that. Like you said, this isn't
Mhm.
just somebody's name that you don't know or have never met.
Right.
These are our real people. They're somebody's
Mhm.
child. They have moms and dads with broken hearts,
Yes.
and it makes me pause, and I think it's making some of the people around that see it happen pause too, and that's a
Mhm.
good thing.
No, yeah, I think you're already making a difference
Good.
to a lot of families, and I think everybody is super appreciative of every mile you run, and we're just going to keep encouraging you and
Awesome. Thank you.
pushing for the story to be told, to get out there, and
Yeah.
pushing for because this is obviously a fundraiser in a sense too. We're obviously trying to hit a goal so we can make as much of an impact as we can with research. And so I just want to
Absolutely.
remind everyone while we're on here, We're trying to hit at least a $5,000 goal a week, which we're gonna set, which we did this week. We hit the $5,000 mark this week. Yeah, we did it.
Man,
I know. Probably actually a little
people
over.
people are so amazing, that
Mhm.
they will jump in and do that, and
Yes.
especially in these times, it's not easy, and that's amazing. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Very cool.
Because you can see, everyone can see the fundraiser on Facebook. As long as you guys are on our Facebook, which you are if you're watching this, and you can see the fundraiser, and it's I think it was a little over 4,200 or something like that. But
Very
then
cool.
the website donations, so miles are still being sponsored in honor or memory of the kids, of our 23 kids. So if anyone's watching right now and loves Rachel and wants to, make a difference in her name, you can get on our website and you can donate. You can click on her name and donate in her honor tonight and help us sponsor some more of her miles. We have a lot of miles that still need sponsored, and that's a great way to do it. It'll mean a lot to us. It'll mean a lot to her family. And but yeah, $5,000 a week. That's the goal. That's what we're gonna be pushing for. That way we can hopefully hit that $200,000 mark, and we got 18 weeks left.
18 weeks. Yep.
Yep.
It's good to have a big goal.
Yeah. And then I think that's about it. I mean, this week, is there anything the viewers can be looking forward to this week? Like anything, just pretty much what happened last week? A lot of heat.
Yeah, pretty much the same thing. I'll try to update as much as I can. If I don't, it's not because I'm not thinking of you guys. It's just
Right.
it was a tough day, or for one reason or another was unable to update as much as I like to. But it'll be the same thing. Probably not as many people at the start.
Right.
For Mindy and Rachel.
Right.
But that's only because it's in the middle of the desert, and
Yeah.
it'll literally be just us, and it'll be a special moment, I'm sure, but there won't be a crowd of people. So, but nothing, it'll be much of the same.
So, Savannah asked if you're seeing beautiful sunrises and sunsets.
I'm seeing beautiful sunrises, beautiful sunsets, and Savannah, the most beautiful starlit skies I've almost ever seen. The Milky Way definitely is really standing out right now. No light pollution in the desert or noise pollution, so you can really see a lot. It's beautiful.
So cool.
Wish you could see it.
I know. You're gonna have to I don't even know, take a video, and it won't be the same because it's not the same as being there. But you just have to do a 360. This is what I'm seeing right now.
Yeah, I know. I wish I could capture it on camera.
know.
The stars. It's so impossible, really.
That one picture you sent, though, that I shared in the video today, that was a pretty good picture of the stars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, I was surprised with the night mode on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
That you can see it. It's a little grainy, but it captures the memory.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely.
That's pretty good. We'll see if anyone else has any questions.
Okay.
Just for a minute here. Anyone have
Sure.
any questions for Peter as he gets ready to start? Another 168 miles?
Another 168 miles. Yep. Between here and Missouri, every segment will be about 168 miles after Missouri.
Yeah, this is Amboy, California to Kingman, Arizona?
Yep. Yep. Yeah, it doesn't. I listed it as Amboy, Arizona. Technically, it starts south of Amboy, but there's no town in the desert, so I just picked the closest town to where the start actually is, and Amboy was the winter town.
What have you been eating a lot of?
I've been eating a lot of turkey sandwiches with lettuce, totally dry. I don't know why, but that tasted really good for some reason. So I was eating it, not something I normally, ate. A lot of pickles, pickle juice, water, of course. Yeah, I can't think right now, but I've obviously eaten more than that. I just can't think of what it's been. I was craving some fries one night, so we stopped and got some French fries.
Cool.
Yeah.
Fries are always good. Are
Yeah.
you feeling any sunburned or chapped or anything like that?
No, my not super chapped, which is good. Not super sunburned.
Good.
I've got some, little blisters on my toes, but I've had them before where I got them, and they'll go away. So we're doing okay in all those areas. I feel like how I would think I should feel at this point. So nothing too alarming, really.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to hear.
Yeah.
Like I said, we've all been thinking about you like all day.
Thank you.
That's
Thank
what we're
you.
doing is sending prayers your way and like
Awesome.
cool thoughts your way.
Yeah. Yeah.
And everybody says super proud of you and impressed.
Oh,
Like you're doing it, and everyone is just like super proud of you.
oh, thank you for sharing that. That's sweet of you.
All right, guys. Well, thank you to the Howlands, Mindy, for coming on tonight. Even though we got I think cut a little short just because of the internet connection. But thank you, Mindy, for coming on and talking about Rachel. Like I said, Rachel's special to me for sure, and she was an amazing little girl. And this week is going to be all about Rachel. This is Rachel's week. And thank you to the crew, the one that just left, and then the one that is here right now with you. And yeah, you guys please keep sending Peter, like cheer him on, like you guys have been doing. All the encouragement I know is great for you to see, right? Like everybody's like
Oh yeah.
commenting and
Yeah, absolutely. I don't always have the best reception. Don't always get to respond. Like I would like to respond to every comment,
okay.
but I read every comment, and I appreciate every single one individually, one at a time. I appreciate them. So yes, it's very
Great.
meaningful.
Yeah, so that's what we're gonna keep doing. We're gonna be cheering you
Cool.
on from literally all
Awesome.
across the country. And we're gonna keep pushing for the donations and hitting that 5,000 mark each week, $5,000 mark. And
Awesome.
obviously, we'll be looking forward to new pictures and videos of you all week, and for you to hop on whenever you have a minute and just be like, "Hey,
Okay.
this is what I'm doing."
All right. I'll keep trying to do that.
You've been
Fun to
doing a
do.
great job. You've been doing
Thank
so
you.
good. So.
Thanks.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us, and I hope you
Yeah.
have a good rest of your day resting. Do a lot of
Thank you.
resting.
Thank you.
And tomorrow morning, get back at it.
Okay. I'll get back at it. See you, Jenny.
All right. Thanks, Peter. Bye.
Bye-bye.